The lessons of the times are coming in swift and quickly in a way that helps to clear away any known understandings of how things should be or what things should be so that you can see it all with new eyes. The swiftness is blinding in a sense, blinding in a way in which you cannot see it in the way that you have. If you can separate the fear from what it is that you are seeing, you will see it with more clarity. The fear increases the blindness where you cannot see it as you once did and you cannot see it in a new way. The fear blinds you from seeing the paths forward. So notice how you respond in your day to day with the different things that come your way. And if there is a level of fear associated with it, know that you may not be seeing it with clarity. We know it is difficult to just simply release fear. So, what we ask of you is to go back in time, back to a time in which you were fearful of something, and pick something in which that fear did not manifest. For it may have manifested in the past, but you see it in fear, not recognizing that it's actually in your best interest to experience that. That is another teaching for another day, and yet very much connected to this, but we will focus on the fear aspect, for it is most prevalent at this time. Revisit a time in which you are experiencing something or seeing something and it created fear. And now looking back at it, how did the fear inform how you saw the situation? Did you see it with clarity? And maybe you did, maybe you did not. There are many, many different ways to see everything. And until you can see all the ways in which it can be, there is still a limitation placed upon it. When it simply is, it is everything. It is all the ways. And the way in which it manifests in our consciousness, in our experience, is a direct reflection of our consciousness and a direct reflection of experiences that are necessary in terms of the expansion of that consciousness. And if and when it can be seen in that way, it is much easier to release the fear, no? If every experience is an opportunity to expand your own consciousness, it shifts the perspective in a new way. And just simply shifting in a new way can help you to understand that there are many, 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 many different ways. And each expression, each soul, each person, each being will see it in their own unique way. So you see, looking outside of yourself, getting your answers from others is not conducive to your own growth, for you are then seeing it through their eyes. You must see it for yourself as it is. So as it seems as though the world is ever increasingly throwing unknowns your way, begin to shift away from the fear as you receive these experiences, receive this information, receive these visions that you may see with your eyes. As you see these experiences, as you experience these experiences. And again, releasing fear can be quite hard. So lean into the fear. Lean into the fear, get curious, understand what it is and why it's there. And when you see the flimsy nature of fear, the foundation of it is flimsy. And though you may have many, many stories built upon a flimsy foundation which may hold for some time, when the foundation is flimsy, especially as you build more and more stories on top of it, and we're using stories intentionally, the foundation cannot hold it. And so you can get to the point where the fear becomes so overwhelming that you finally have to address it, or you can address it before it gets to that point. Free will. Though you have experiences that you may and must experience, The timing and the intensity in which it is experienced is also up to you. And as you release the fear, those that may have seemed intense may not seem so intense. You see, the perspective is constantly shifting as you do expand your consciousness. And with the expansion, releases more and more fear. So, recognizing the fear and how it is impacting you, how it is impacting your perception and perspective in the world, of yourself, of all. Understanding its nature, understanding what it's serving, understanding how it's hurting can help in dismantling all of the stories and then simply peeling back that flimsy foundation, releasing the block to the infiniteness that is you. For below the surface of the flimsy layer of fear, which again can be built and built and built and built with all the stories around it. But when you peel back that layer, when you peel back all the stories, peel back the layer, what is revealed is your own divine, infinite light. So, if anything, take away that what you are seeing may not be in clarity if you are feeling fear around it. That realization alone can help you see that there are other ways of seeing it, whether or not you are able to release the fear or not. Your journey is your journey, and you are experiencing everything you need to at the time in which you need to. You are in full choice and empowerment of the reception of it, and the navigation of it, and the experience of it. And though that does not feel like a truth to many, it will feel empowering to others. So you see, even in that example, it will be seen in many, many different ways. We just named two. So I leave you with that for today. We wish you well. And as always, stay curious.